Santa Clarita alone, close to 300,000 residents. You know, we have anywhere between 13 to 14,000 veterans that live in Santa Clarita and make Santa Clarita their home. I'm very fortunate as the captain to have within my own cadre of deputies that actually are assigned to Santa Clarita Valley Station, both the sergeant supervisory rank and the deputy rank. I have a total of about 12% of my personnel that are military veterans. When you're a veteran, you really put your life on the line for what freedom means to all the nation and across the world. Veterans really have done a lot for us over the years, and some of the deputies here have their sons and daughters who are currently in the military. So I think for me, what it means to me is that we really kind of hold hands side by side with vets in regards to keeping the community safe, not only the United States itself, but also within the very community of Santa Clarita. You know, I've been on the department now for well over 32 years ago, my 33rd year. I've lived in the Santa Clarita Valley for 52 years now. So if you look at what law enforcement and everything we do in law enforcement is there to protect the community, same as veterans and everyone who serves in the military has done over the years. In regards to demeanor and whether or not those that come from the military into law enforcement and their demeanor, by far the demeanor is different. You see in their eyes the passion that they had when they were serving the country, and then you see that same passion when they're going to the academy. And that still goes for here at the station. I think there's a lot of people in Santa Clarita that know Elliot, and that's a great thing, and that's a great testament to his character. He volunteers working in our detective bureau, and then Elliot is a member of my Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Foundation, which is really a great group of people that really bring forth from the community some support for the deputies in purchasing things for the community and for the deputies. Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Foundation purchased our command post vehicle, which was well over $300,000. It really benefits all the community. So that being said, Elliot has been a great part of that foundation.
Our oldest son is currently an Army captain and on his third deployment, hopefully home any day. So that's where our passion came for the vets. Years ago, we started a program in our community, the Habitat for Humanity Homes for Heroes program. So we got going building 87 homes for vets here in our community, which is the housing project off of Golden Valley. So we were hoping that by doing this, that someday wherever our son landed, that he would have the same opportunities and this would spread throughout the United States.
And through the Homes for Heroes project, we were touching many vets here in Santa Clarita. Santa Clarita has a large quantity of vets, 13 to 14,000 vets here in the valley of 300,000. For not having a military base, that's a very high proportion. And we discovered that a lot of the vets had a whole bunch of issues, they had a whole bunch of concerns, and really could use assistance from the community. This community is amazing because it really goes out of their way to help people in need and help people who want a hand up, not a handout. And the Habitat Project really became a gem for that, as have other programs out here. When we started that program, we really touched a lot of the stakeholders throughout Santa Clarita that were tied in with the veteran programs. And really created what later became the Veterans Collaborative. It really was the beginning, initial stages of tying all those services in together to each other.
Being that we are the voice of Santa Clarita, we've been able to, with our projects, get the word out and do fundraising in a very quick, swift manner. So we've been very lucky that we have a voice piece in the Santa Clarita that is the voice that's been able to get the programs out and raise the money. We met with Jimmy Lifton from LIMS and became very passionate about the program he was doing for vets, and seeing some of the work from some of the vets we knew in the community. And so we created an Adopt a Vet program with Jimmy. So kids that or adults that are going through the program that cannot afford to give up their jobs to be in a 12-week program, we are funding them to pay their rent, their car payments, and their living expenses.
There's some stellar organizations in Santa Clarita dealing with veterans. College of the Canyons, we think is most innovative, progressive in terms of veterans. I believe they have about 1,300 vets currently enrolled in College of the Canyons.
Since when
As
do you
the
eat ice
Vice
cream?
President of
I
Academic
got a
Affairs,
brain
I
from
have a
his
lot
ear.
of
Give that to a professional.
And the first date, someone on something sexy.
I became aware of one particular issue in that we have about 1,400 homeless people living in the surrounding area. A number of those are veterans. And I felt that certainly the college is doing quite a great deal to help with the veterans population on campus. But I felt it was important. In fact, I had a conversation with Clarita specifically about this issue. How do we help veterans that aren't part of our student population? My father was a World War II veteran. He basically flew in both North Africa and Italy.
Be a little bit
Grew up listening to a lot of the stories of World War II. Certainly, I was a bit of a history buff as well. I lived through the Vietnam War, and I saw the effects of a country that didn't really welcome its veterans home in a very reasonable fashion. I didn't think that was appropriate. I wanted to make sure that this generation of veterans had a better reception and was given access to more uniform services to help them reintegrate into society. I would certainly recommend that any veteran that's interested in going to college, getting additional career training, anything along those lines. And I strongly recommend that they look at also our transfer programs to local universities. But if they're interested in a local career, we have 26 programs that might meet their needs right here in Santa Clarita. When we started the Habitat Project, we were starting to tie the knot with a number of those vets. And then Elliot and Judy Wolf stepped up and decided to take it to the next level.
The collaborative was founded to become a center for one-stop shopping. So all the resources that we could get that would help the veterans would be in the collaborative.
It's clear that there's tremendous needs for our veteran community as they come back from their service overseas. Providing affordable homes with a program is so important. So we build homes, but then we have the enrichment component, which includes financial assistance, work assistance, our art therapy. We started with 12 homes in Sylmar in the city of LA, then got the ability to buy this land up here at Center Point in Santa Clarita to build a 78 home community. We have 54 veterans and their families living here now, finishing the final 24. On most weekends, you will see companies with their employees up here helping us to do the construction, because it's a combination of obviously donor dollars, but also donor hard labor, pulling up your bootstraps, so to speak. And so the builds are an important fundraising part because it provides us a lot of in-kind services we otherwise would have to pay. So we still have the need here in Santa Clarita. We're going to have the need up in Palmdale as well. It is clear to me we have to do more for our veterans, but also all of our citizens who need affordable housing. What brought me to Homes for Families is our commitment to build not just communities, but the enrichment programs and then the outcomes.
We are doing a big project in the Santa Clarita Valley called Vista Canyon, which includes about 1,100 residential units, about 1 million square feet of commercial space, a mix of office, retail, and hotel. We're blessed by the number of veterans. We have one of the highest amount of veterans per capita of anywhere that they know of, at least in California. Veterans have a great legacy in our country and have really been around the world to not only protect us, but protect a lot of other people that needed our help. Well, I was honored last year by the Boy Scouts as one of their people of character, which they're doing again this year along with the veterans. And so I've tried to support that event for the last few years. And then also the Chamber of Commerce, of which I was the chairman a few years ago. We held an annual lunch in July to honor veterans. And we were blessed to have some people who had some incredible stories that we really need to support them. I think this valley has done some neat things. The Veterans Memorial down in Newhall, I think, is a great testament to our commitment and support of the armed services. And I just think there's a lot of little things that people have done, in the time that I've lived here, to remember veterans, and I just hope that continues.
Vietnam Veterans of America is a group that was formed probably about 40 years ago. We are probably about 90,000 members strong now, nationally. So it's a great group. They do a lot of stuff for the veterans, both Vietnam and the new veterans, and it's just a great deal. We've helped steered a lot of people in the right direction to get the help that they need, because a lot of the veterans, both from Vietnam and from the current conflicts, don't know what they have coming to them or what they're eligible for. So that's where these veterans organizations can help.
So I started my business 31 years ago while working at an aerospace company. I met Elliot at the Sheriff's Foundation. He and I sitting on the board, and he came to my office one day and sat down in front of me and said, "Jill, I trust your judgment. I want to know what I can get involved in this community. I want to make a big difference." And I had told him, get involved with College of the Canyons, and if you have a dream, they will make that dream happen. And he came up with the Veterans Collaborative, and he went to the college and he asked for their help, and Dr. Diane Van Hook actually helped him get it started. And look what it's doing today. It's helping so many veterans in our community by providing the resources and the collaboration with partnerships with other organizations. We are producing the Gala tribute book tonight, and it has been an honor to see all of the awardees included in the Gala book and to read their stories of hope and help and their challenges. I've never seen anything like it in 31 years that I've been working for nonprofits. It's very inspiring, and the community, business community, has come in a big way to support this event tonight. And I'm so proud of what has been accomplished. And I just have to thank everyone that's involved, and especially to my staff, because they're the ones who are doing the writing, they're doing the creative, and they're doing the publishing of the book. And it's really going to be a souvenir tribute to our community and to our veterans, and something people can put on their coffee tables and keep forever. So I'm really proud of that.
We had an agreement with USC to send out all of their interns to do therapy and help with students at College of the Canyons. And when we found out that only students could receive that help on the campus there, that was when we decided to open a veteran center so non-students off campus could get the same kind of help. We have a referral desk there where veterans or their families who come in and need help, we can refer them to the proper place where they can get the help. And most of the people that work with us do that pro bono for veterans.
When we started with the veterans, it was my idea that they didn't have enough mental health. And USC had a military track in social work where they were training interns to be therapists for veterans. So I had the idea that if we could make an agreement with USC, that we could bring some veterans out. Last year we had 2 interns, one was a veteran, and this year we have 2 interns. So that gives the mental health, wellness and mental health department at COC a little help with, they don't have to hire other therapists.
Well, the Veterans Services Collaborative was a group of people that got together to help make sure that the veterans were receiving the care and the resources that they needed. Obviously, in my position as a Boy Scouts executive, we wanted to make sure that we were a part of this organization to make sure that the Boy Scouts were doing what they could to make sure that the veterans felt supported and got the services that they needed as well. Really, the Santa Clarita Valley has done a marvelous job over the years that I've been here, working with veterans, making sure that the veterans are supported. And obviously, the Boy Scouts of America and the veterans organizations go together like apple pie. They're very American. It's part of our American fabric. So the Boy Scouts is honored to support the veterans in any way that they possibly can to make sure that they're helping veterans transition when they come back from their service.
I work with a lot of veterans, such as with helping them to purchase a property. I help them out with first-time buyers. So with my process in the real estate, I make sure the seller understands how easy and what the benefits for a VA veteran to get this loan. For the United States Marine Corps, I'm not a platoon sergeant anymore, but I still have that leadership that I want to start still guiding the other veterans to actually purchase a property. For the veterans out there in Santa Clarita, I actually personally myself helped Elliot to open up a VA center here in Newhall. It took me a while to get it, but we got it. It's for us sisters and brothers. So I do recommend you guys, please come by out here because it's a way for us to help each other.
We became a member, I think, by the second meeting, and I work for Mental Health America of Los Angeles. I'm the vice president of North County Services. So about a year and a half ago, we started a military resource center in Santa Clarita. We've run a military resource center in the Antelope Valley since 2011. It's a contract with the Department of Veterans Affairs. And we are very fortunate to be able to serve veterans and their families who are homeless or at risk of being homeless. So it was very natural to become a part of the collaborative because we're very interested in working with any organization or agency that is serving veterans in this area.
The coalition has a website, and that's santaclaritacoalition.org. Check it out.
Simplify.
Hey Rebecca, it's David Rosen. How are you? Good. I'm just following up with you to see what's happening with the resume and whether you spoke with the CEO of that company. Okay. Can somebody forward me the resume that was redone? I haven't gotten it approved for anything. We spoke last week. It was Jill that I was working with. Okay, thank you. You can just email me. That's fine. Okay, thanks. All right, bye. You too. Bye. No, she submitted it. She just said there's a lot of candidates, but.
What do you mean?
I don't know anything.